Welcome back to more Kingdom Hearts, about said 2, Kingdom Hearts 1, and we're on the beach!
Yay! I hope no one stands over my head really creepily.
And calls me a lazy bum.
Oh god!
Give me a break, Kyrie. Sorry, you lazy bum.
Kyrie's such a dick in this
I knew
game,
that
man.
I'd find you snoozing down here. No, this huge black thing swallowed me up. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't... Ow.
What even hit him there? Because you don't see anything hit him. So did
No.
she hit him?
Was it?
Was it Darkseid? Did Darkseid come back temporarily and smack him across the head?
It was Xehanort.
So
I
bizarre.
wish. Well, no, because he says this world is just too small, so that can't work.
Say, Kyrie, what was your hometown like? You know, where you grew up?
My hometown? We call it Detroit.
Detroit.
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
You ever want to go back?
I think this first cutscene, I think it's one of the first ones they showed for 1.5, and it really, like, because if people don't know, they literally had to remake Kingdom Hearts 1 for the 1.5 collection.
Yeah, because they lost all the models.
You too.
Yeah, so, like, they were screwed and they had to completely redo, and I think this cutscene's the best in showing that. I don't know, something about it looks better.
Well, they had to use the Dream Drop Distance models. That's what they did.
I guess I'm the only one working
Because
on
they had a
crap.
few. They lost Sora and Riku in their KH1, so these Sora and Riku are straight from DDD.
So you know this.
I'm not sure about Kyrie.
Okay, we'll finish it together.
No, I'd say they probably just remake. I don't know, because if you watch, the Kai model always looks kind of worse compared to the Sora and Riku model. So it maybe they just made a cheap model real quickly, so she's not in the game that much. And Kyrie's laugh is so bad. Oh my god, it drives me insane.
So in Kingdom Hearts 1, we get the title drop about 20 minutes in. And Knuckles. Wait till Kingdom Hearts 2, how long it will take us to get to the title drop.
It'll take, how long's that tutorial until? Isn't it like 3 hours?
3
or
hours,
something?
about 3 hours, yeah.
So it'll be like 5 parts. I will say this here, one thing I always have to give KH like some crap is their tutorials are always pretty terrible. In KH1 it's pretty bad, in KH2 it's worse. I don't remember the one in days. In BBS it's not that bad because you can skip it when you play it again, but I really dislike the tutorial in Kingdom Hearts 1 because it's just kind of boring. What we're going to be doing for this episode, pretty much, is just collecting things on the beach, because that's fun. I get what they're doing here. They want to, you know, like, they got to get you used to the controls and everything, and they can't just throw you right into the action, but they could have done something else than that, or besides this, because it's really boring.
The problem with like the Roxas tutorials, that I didn't find it that bad when I first played the game. It's just on repeated playthroughs, you have to keep doing it. I think that's what really sours me on it. It's like I've done it so many times now.
I think for KH3, they should kind of take a note from BBS, or you can kind of just skip the tutorial, or like when you play it again. I mean, I know you don't like BBS that much, but that's one thing I have to give it, because it... And most games should do that in general. You should be allowed to skip the tutorial. Does DDD let you do that, or...?
Yeah, it does.
It does? Okay.
Don't tell me you're giving up on
I guess we should start by talking about Sora. Philip, what's your feelings on Sora as a character?
I don't know, because the problem is, like, say what you want about Chain of Memories, but I thought his characterization in that game was pretty good. Like, all things considering. Like, going on from this game, like, it goes on from, like, a kid who's not overly trusting to everyone, but in Kingdom Hearts 2, like, we'll get to that later, but he's a bit of a dick in that game.
He's a racist, and
Yeah, I was gonna say he's a racist in Kingdom Hearts 2. And Chain of Memories, kind of. Nobody lives matter. Like, he's probably best characterized in Kingdom Hearts 1 because his origin story is kind of like a wide-eyed country bumpkin kid who's never been outside his little circle. And it's kind of interesting seeing his interactions with everything. And then I don't know, like, in Chain of Memories and Kingdom Hearts 2, it kind of makes sense. He's been fucked over by everything. Like, both his friends have gone missing, so you kind of understand how he's a bit racist towards these, nobodies. And then, like, after that, we'll get to that when we get to that, but in Dream Drop Distance, he's the worst. He's the fucking worst.
He's just really stupid in DDD.
Yeah, the problem with Sora is he doesn't really evolve as a character compared to Riku.
He's kind of like Ash from Pokemon, except he actually wins, but he never evolves. Like, from what we've been told, he's gonna evolve a bit in 3, but even then...
Sora, you feel lucky today?
Why does Tidus have the power pole from Dragon Ball? It looks exactly like it. So yeah, I guess we should start. This is Tidus from Final Fantasy X. He's a kid in this game. An interesting thing is I think it's either 10-1 or 10-2. I think it's 10-2. Spoiler for that game. Tidus comes home at the end of that game, and you see like him like in the ocean, and he comes back to like an island. That island looks exactly like the Destiny Islands. So, and yeah, I died of Tidus.
Is Auron the only FF10 character in Kingdom Hearts who didn't get fucked over in his design?
Yes? Question mark?
Because Tidus is a kid, so is Waka. Like Yuna, Pain, and Riku are like fairies. Like Auron's the only like normal one.
I should mention up that Tidus is voiced by Sean Fleming, who, this is shocking to me after I learned this last night. If you've ever seen Kim Possible, he's Kim Possible's little brothers, which blew my mind. Because I always assumed that he had the same, like, I mean, they don't sound similar at all, but I always thought he was the same guy who voiced him in 10, which I can't think of his name at the moment, but I know he voices Ratchet
yeah.
Clank, and he does Jack Sparrow in Cage 2. And this is Selphie, and that's the thing I don't get. She's from Final Fantasy VIII, so why is she in the group of friends? That doesn't make sense to me. And
because they needed another character.
Yeah, but you could have used Yuna. It would have made more sense. She's from FF10, and she's a girl, so...
I want to bring up a weird piece of trivia, but do you remember when this game got revealed, and we didn't know if it would come to English or not?
What do you mean, like 1.5?
Yeah, how 1.5 would come to, how it would get localized. Do you remember this?
No.
Okay, so Jesse McCartney posted a video on his Instagram. I think you'll remember when he was recording for something. It was like the Days cutscenes, and it was him like doing battle voices. He was just like moaning into a microphone. Oh, that's how everyone found out they were localizing this game, was by Jesse McCartney moaning rock spout quotes into a microphone.
Hey, what's happening, man?
Oh yeah, this is Walker. He's also from FF10. He's voiced by D. Bradley Baker, who does Boomy from Korra, which blew my mind.
I thought he did Appa as well. He does Appa, I'm pretty sure.
I know he does Oogie. I don't know if he does Appa. He probably does. He also did number 4 from Kids Next Door. He's also Beautiful Joe, which kind of blew my mind.
He's basically the guy you get if you need to do animal voices. I think he does like every animal voice.
Really? Is he the guy that does Stitch, or is that somebody else?
I think he might be Stitch. I think that might be him.
Oh, and Selphie's voiced by Molly Marlette. She literally just voices Selphie in Kingdom Hearts. That's all she does.
Wow.
What a great actress!
Parry Wacker's balls back at him, you fool!
What?
Parry his balls back at him! I really want you to hit Wacker's balls. That's all I'm saying.
I like playing with Waka's balls. I don't know about you. I love that when he throws his little ball, it goes into the sand and everything. I don't know why, but it always cracks me up.
Man, that really hurt.
You know who actually that Walker reminds? His voice reminds me, and it may be the same person, it may not, but it sounds very similar to, I can't think of, you know the sister in Lilo and Stitch? It's her boyfriend. They sound really similar.
Yeah. Well, he's voiced by fucking, John DiMaggio.
I guess this we also bring up, but Sora's voiced by Haley Joel Osment. You probably know him from as the kid from The Sixth Sense.
And that's it.
Kyrie's voiced by Hayden Panettiere. She's in Scream 4. This relates back to Disney. She's Dot in A Bug's Life. I never knew that, and it blew my mind. And she's also Sam in Until Dawn.
Oh yeah,
How
she
far
is.
could a raft take us?
And Riku's voiced by David Gallagher.
She doesn't voice Kyrie anymore.
We'll think of
I
something
think they've completely replaced her now, haven't they?
Yeah, it's the girl who voices Shion, which I think her name is Allison Stoner?
Yeah,
Am I wrong
that's
on
it.
that?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
current voice.
Well,
Which ties back, because
really
I
thought
mentioned my thing with how I found out about KH2 was on the Disney Channel, and she was the person who always presented KH2, so it always ties back.
Please look out for my character in this video game. She does nothing.
Suppose there are other worlds.
Oh yeah, he said Riku. I was gonna say Riku is David Gallagher. David Gallagher is Riku.
We could have
Who,
just
I
as
think he was in
easily
some
ended up
boy
somewhere
band, and I
else,
think that's
right?
all he did,
I don't
apart
know.
from Riku.
Exactly. That's why
He's
we
in
need to go out there and find
I
out.
think the show is called like Seventh Heaven or
sitting here won't
something.
change a thing.
I remember watching like a Did You Know Gaming
It's the same
video
old stuff.
to make sure of that, and I completely
So let's
forgot.
go.
The good thing about Riku's voice is like he already had a deep voice already, so like the transition
Thanks
over
to
the
you.
years felt natural.
If you hadn't come here,
And he's always
I probably
consistent,
would've
because
never
like,
thought of any of
I
this.
think his acting has always been pretty
Alright,
decent
thanks.
to good, so...
You're welcome.
And then like to Haley Joel Osment, they're saying to like a late 20-year-old man, sound like a 14-year-old kid for us. It's like, oh god.
Sora.
In this, like, I mean, in this game he
You
gets,
wanted
like,
one,
because he's a little...
didn't
I assume he's probably, what, maybe like...
I think he was 12 when he
Two
did this.
people
something
share
like that.
one.
So yeah, it's
Destinies
believable, because that's
become
about what
intertwined.
Sora's age is in
They'll
this
remain a
game, so
part
that's
of each other's
believable.
lives, no matter what.
And Hayden Panettiere is probably
Come on,
pretty
I know
young
you
when
wanna
she
try
voiced
it.
Kyrie, I'd say. Oh yeah, Palpu fruit. Can't you actually buy these now? Or are they a real thing
I
now?
don't think so. They're based off star fruit, which is a real fruit, but
I've never had star fruit. I wonder if it's any good.
apparently it tastes awful. I've never had it.
Sudden Disney in my Animu game.
The DreamWorks castle.
Somebody once told me.
SHREK Shrek.
I love Disney Castle. I really do.
There's one gag I love, which is right here. Like, this is like a Disney-ass gag. Like, it's like...
The little little door. It's funny because in the original trailer of this game, Disney Castle was originally going to be in the world. I think if you like get into the game, like code and stuff, I think you can still go into here. I think you just won't find anything.
Why did Mickey build statues of his friends next to his throne?
Well, here we can do this because we're at the Disney part of this now. What's your history with Disney? I feel like this is going to be a long one, but
I don't know what's any kid's history with Disney. I don't know, I don't really like... Disney's that kind of thing where it's like, I don't really necessarily remember, and you just always had like VHS tapes of like Disney around. I think my like first Disney movie was Pinocchio, just because like we saw it, like we recorded it off a TV off VHS. And I used to watch that film all the time. I used to like Pinocchio a lot. I used to watch Alice in
you know, I've
Wonderland
only seen
quite a
that
lot as
movie
well.
twice, and I've only finished it once. Pinocchio's just never been my thing because I was one of those kids where like, if I saw a movie and I knew it was old, I always thought I wouldn't like it because I was stupid. I don't think I actually watched Pinocchio fully until I was.
Well,
maybe,
I
like,
was
12.
so dumb I didn't realise it was old. I was just like, oh, it's a Disney film. I didn't really know when it was from.
I thought you were gonna say I was so dumb I thought it was real. I'd be like, wow, Philip, that's really bad.
Lazy?
Oh, we should bring this up too. Donald is voiced by Tony Anselmo. I think he's been Donald for such a long time, and I think he's just the voice I kind of assume to be Donald every time I hear him. I know he's Donald in the new DuckTales cartoon as well.
Do you remember when Bill Farmer, the voice of Goofy, said Kingdom Hearts 3 would be out 2 years ago?
And I cried. I cry every Tim. And yeah, Bill Farmer's Goofy. I'm trying to think, like, my first Disney experience. I've always been a Disney kid since I was little. I remember, I can't tell you, like, my first, like, Disney experience was. I just remember I watched Aladdin, Lion King, and a Goofy movie, like, religiously as a kid. Like, it was like, almost an everyday thing.
You share it with someone you really care for.
I used to watch a Hercules. Hercules was my. I loved Hercules. That was my favorite.
I never really got into Hercules till I was probably about
I
maybe
gotta
8.
try it sometime.
I still don't get, like, I know I still don't get why Selphie's in this game. She does nothing. I mean, neither do Waka and Titus, but they at least relate, because, like, their game came out around this time.
To be fair, Selphie's the only one who appears in the next game.
That is true. I forgot about
The
that.
secret place at the base of that tree. There's gotta be something there, yeah?
One thing about the secret place I should have brought up earlier, if you like go inside the secret place, like on like the right side in there, you can see sketches of Donald, Goofy, and a Chocobo, which is pretty cool. It's really weird to me that they've never had Chocobos in this series though, since they're such a big FF thing.
Yeah, the only thing you get is the metal chocobo in this game. I think that's the only reference they really make to them. And I think you can get a gummy ship, like I think in the shape of 1 and 2.
Well, that's another thing. Obviously, if you, as we said earlier, and if you don't know, like this is a Final Fantasy and Disney, like I almost said spin-off. It's not a spin-off. It's like a, what is the word I'm looking for here, Philip? Help me out. I can't think of what it is.
What you on about crossover?
Thank you. One thing that, like, originally there was going to be, like, Final Fantasy summons in this game. We'll get to summons later on, but I want to bring this up anyway. Bahamut from Final Fantasy was originally going to be a summon in this game. It got left out. Like, you can, if you go, like, and try to, like, hack into the game, you can still, like, find the option to summon him, but I think your game just crashes as soon as you hit it.
SSA and Hort.
I promised this 2 years ago, and I made sure to keep my promise. I was worried this wouldn't fit. I almost said SS Nomura, but I was like, hey, it's not as funny as SS Xehanort.
Remember that time where I predicted that Toy Story would be the revealed world in K3 and I was completely right, and no one believed me?
Well, here, we can bring that up, because I've been asked on Twitter about what I thought about that. What do you think about... I mean, alright, I know what you think, and you probably already know what I think, but Toy Story and KH3, Philip, what are your thoughts on that?
I knew it was gonna happen, I called it,
If you win.
and I'm so happy that it's in.
Huh?
Ah,
Deal?
the world looks so
Share
good.
Goku with Kairi.
Wait a minute.
It's Toy Story, I don't know what else to say. Like, do you know what? I love that it's canon. It's canon to this Toy Story world, and I think that's amazing.
Young Xehanort is technically canon to the Kingdom Hearts, or to the Toy Story movies. Let that sink in. Alright, I have to bring this up. Ever since I was a little kid, I have always hated this race. I've never liked it because I can never do it correctly. And it's that stupid gliding section, because I can never
You have
get
to
Sora
stand still.
actually
You
glide.
have to stand still. You cannot move. That's the problem with it. You have to jump once, and then if you move, you'll just get off it. You can't move.
I hate to be like this, but that's really dumb. Fuck this game. Riku's model there, he's always freaking. His model. Listen, and it's not just Riku. I've noticed this a lot since I've been replaying, like recording this game. The models in this game at times will freak out really hard, and Riku's model here is one of the biggest examples of that. There's, I think, I have a part later on recorded, I think where Dawn and Goofy's model, like, legit freak out really hard. Also, Riku wants to name the raft the High One, that's a reference to Final Fantasy, so I like that.
How we can't drive the SSA or not?
Sad. Well, to be fair, it doesn't matter, you can never... Well, can you rename your gummy ship? I don't remember. I think you can in one game, I don't know. If I can, in the next session I record, I'll rename it to the SS Xehanort. Yeah, I thought I'd show what happens when you actually win this, just because I never, like, this sounds bad, because I've been playing this series since I was 7 or 8, but I have never been able to beat Riku in, like, the fight, like, on the little island. I've never been able to do it, and that just shows how much of a scrub I am with this series.
What did you think of the Toy Story world?
I think it looks really good. I'm excited they're doing it, because, like, I mean, more trivia to back this up. Wasn't Toy Story originally a world in this game, or is it in 2?
It was. Okay, so the way it works is there's a Kingdom Hearts like design document art book only released in Japan. Like, originally in the world map, there was like a Toy Story world, which I think is only like literally conception phase. It's like there's nothing built for it or anything, but like they plan to have it in this game at least. And in KH2 there are unused models. No, in KH2 Final Mix there are unused Buzz and Woody summon models, which you can still find in the game.
I'm really glad they didn't bring it in though, because it's something I feel like they've wanted to do for a long time. And I mean, I love Toy Story. I'd argue it's one of the best trilogies ever made, but because they're all consistently good. I don't know how the 4th movie's gonna be, but I'm really excited because it looks really cool, and the fact that, I mean, it's KH3, I'm gonna be excited either way, but since Toy Story I have so much nostalgia for it, I can't wait to actually play it. It's probably the world, I'd say probably the Big Hero 6 world, and then Toy Story the worlds I'm the most excited for.
Well, who's there?
I've come to
It's
see
me,
your
Billy Zane.
Huh?
This world.
I was in Titanic.
Oh yeah, he
what are
was.
you talking about?
He was the guy who fucking shoots himself, weren't he?
Tied
I have
to
no
the
idea. I've never
darkness,
seen Titanic in my entire life.
soon to be completely eclipsed.
Well, whoever you are, stop freaking me out like this. Huh? Well, where did you come from?
You do not yet know what lies beyond the door.
So you're from another world.
There is so very much to learn. You understand so little.
Also, Billy Zane, he voices this guy who I won't say who he is yet, but he also has had a Disney role. He's in the direct-to-DVD sequel of Pocahontas, Journey to a New World. He's, John Rolfe, whoever that is.
That's my favorite Disney movie of all time.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't know there was a Pocahontas 2.
I didn't know there was a Pocahontas because no one remembers that film.
It looks really good.
Because it's boring.
Animation-wise, it's a very pretty movie, but yeah, it's a very, very boring movie. Next time, for more Disney opinions, visit us at www.youtube.com /Lance with the Pants.
Nailed it.